Hi everyone, I'm Autistic Ange. This is a podcast for adults who recently found out they're autistic and are looking for other autistic people like them. I feel a lot better than the last episode I recorded about having a dentist appointment. So I thought, why not talk about touch sensitivity and autism, because that seems like another one of those I don't know if big issues is like the right way to describe it. Like, I feel like every time I say like, oh, anxiety is one of the big issues for autistics, and this is one of the big, like, I don't know. I feel, for me, at least from my perspective, everything seems like a big issue to me. Which is why I hate the term high maintenance, but I can't help but describe myself as that, because I have to have everything very specific. But touch is like, I mean, who of us cannot identify with not liking certain touches? So between ordinary people and autistic people, from the stuff I've been reading, like, ordinary people don't seem like, in general, to make like a huge fuss over hugging somebody, or, a hand being, put on their shoulder or whatever. But like, I was looking up, because like the stuff I've heard about touch sensitivity have come from other podcasts and books. And so I went to go do a search on the internet just to see what would pop up, and it was kind of disappointing, because most of the stuff that came up was about children, which, there's no hate for children. Like, kids need help too, but like, where's the stuff for adults? So I found a whole bunch of like websites geared toward children and issues with touch. And then a lot of the other websites I skimmed through didn't seem like they knew what the fuck they were talking about. It was just perpetuating stereotypes. So that was like pretty disappointing. Like, I really, like, again, I mean, I don't think I'm a bad researcher, but maybe I am and I just don't know it. But like, where are the articles about adults and being autistic and how they deal with touch, like, I wish there was more of those. I didn't find really anything. So for me, I've always been pretty sensitive when somebody touches me. I have sensitive skin. Like, for touch sensitivity, it affects us in many ways. Like, most of them we know because it causes like a lot of discomfort or pain. Others may not be so obvious. I have seen that light touch is like, I guess, one of the things that a lot of autistic people are not too big on. And I am one of those. Like, my entire life, I have never liked touch. And I've always felt that there's something wrong with me, because most people that know that, like, I don't like hugging or whatever, like, treated me like I was weird or something. I mean, now I know why I've never enjoyed touch, and now I'm glad I have an answer, but it just was not fun for me. Like, growing up, yeah, I mean, I was particular about my clothes, but I didn't have the money to buy them because I didn't make, the bacon in the house, so I had to wear whatever my fucking parents bought. And, like, I just remember going, like, being at the store with my mom and her like, do you like this? Do you like that? And I'd have to feel the material. I'd have to try it on. It has to fit just right. It has to feel just right. I don't want any tags. Those always got cut out. Nowadays, like, I'm glad that, like, people know they can just, like, they're smart enough to fucking stamp the size on the back of their shirt. I don't know. But there's no tags on the shit that I buy anymore. Which I'm thankful for, because you know what? That probably was a result of somebody who's autistic and decided, a lot of us don't like these fucking tags, so let me make some clothes without them. I don't know. But yeah, so like, wearing clothes as a kid sucked, because I didn't really get I didn't get much of a choice in them. And it was apparently very irritating to take me shopping, which is why it eventually stopped, and I just got whatever was brought home for me to fucking wear, because I was so specific and picky out at these stores, even as a kid. And like, kids know what they want. Like, I don't know why a parent would question that or think it's, I don't know. That's just, I never got that. But I wish I had more sensitive parents that listened to me, didn't make me wear things that I didn't like, like, and I think this has to do with touch kind of too, maybe, I don't know, but like playing outside and like the sand or like running around on like a jungle gym. I think that's what they used to call them. I don't know. I hated that. Like, I didn't like doing it. I didn't like sweating. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I didn't like looking dirty or feeling dirty. Like, there was nothing about playing outside that I liked as a kid, unless it included like sitting still or something and playing a game with someone. I don't know, like something that didn't require me getting dirty. Like, I was not one of those sticky jam hand kids. I just, no, nope. But yeah, as a kid, I really wish I would have had parents that listened, like I said, but that's neither here nor there. But like, I didn't really grow up in a house that was very touchy-feely, like looking back, like, because I'd mentioned I don't talk to my mother or my family really anymore. It's been several years, and I'm positive my mother is a borderline, that she has borderline personality disorder. Like, that makes complete sense. I don't know where I'm going with this. Why did I even bring this up? Oh, because she's cold? I don't know. I don't know if like it worked out in my favor that we weren't very like huggy people, because I never liked it anyways. But like, my parents were weird. Like, my mom was like, sometimes it's like she thought that like, okay, like I haven't hugged my kids enough, so let me give them a hug, let them know I love them. And you could just tell it was like hugging a fucking wire monkey. Like, that study, have you ever heard of that study about that like wire monkey thing? It's pretty sad, like where they have like these monkeys, and like in one cage there's this like wire monkey figure that's supposed to represent the mother, and then like, in another cage there's like a plush monkey, and they were starting to see like which ones the monkeys would prefer. I don't know, I'm probably missing some huge part of this study, but it just reminded me of like having a wire monkey for a mother, because when I would hug her, you could tell she didn't want it, and then, so like when I found out I'm autistic, I was wondering like, is she autistic? Is my dad autistic? And maybe, but my perspective is a little bit skewed, I suppose. I don't feel like they were autistic. I feel like my mother is a straight up borderline. I mean, I bought a whole book about like the different types of borderline personality disorders in mothers. And there was one, I think, called the witch, which is definitely what my mother is. But where am I going with this? I don't think I'm going anywhere. Tangents suck. Okay, so late touching. I don't know why, like, I don't like that, but I do like heavy touching. Like, why is it like that for us? Like, I know it's not all of us, but I don't like it when somebody accidentally brushes against me. I don't like it, like, like fingers going up and down my arm, like with like your spouse or something, like when they're just like watching TV and like maybe tracing their fingers on your arm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. That doesn't feel nice. It actually hurts, which is a weird thing to say about it because it's not even a hard touch. So it's weird to me that it hurts, but it does. But like if she gripped my arm, pretty firmly, like that makes me feel comfortable. I don't know. It doesn't hurt me. And I prefer that, I guess, because I feel safe. Like, I don't mind hugs from her. I mean, I don't always like them because I just am not a huggy person, but her hugs are nice because they're strong and they're firm and they make me feel like comfortable and safe. So, but I don't like the heavy weighted blankets. I feel so claustrophobic with those. I never liked them, but Yeah. Don't like the light touch. What else? I think, doesn't food count, like the texture in your mouth? That's touch, right? I think I talked about that before. Very, like, yeah, I think that's touch. Like, I'm very specific on, like, what goes into my fucking mouth better not feel weird. So, like, you know those spirally, pasta things? Those pasta spirals, or whatever the fuck they are. I don't like the way those ridges feel in my mouth. I just don't like the taste of that. I don't like the way, I just don't like it. Nope. Like, I can eat spaghetti, something like smooth, but I don't like the fucking twirly shit. And I don't know why, like, I just think that's weird that I don't like that, but it all tastes the same anyways. It's all fucking pasta. But, I guess the way it's designed or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, like, that's why I eat a lot of the same stuff. And drink the same stuff, because I know how it feels. I know what it does to my body. I know it's not going to, I don't know. What am I talking about? I should probably just not even publish this. Why am I doing another one today? Because I have time and I'm bored. I don't know. And I'm not bored. I'm not bored. Anyways, you know what? Like, work is where I had the most issues with touch. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, why do people want to hug you at a place of employment? Maybe I'm just a cold person. It's just, so stupid. Like, these people aren't my family. Most of the time I'm not going to work to find friendships. I'm going to work to do my job because that's what I'm getting paid for. And, like, I'm not a robot. Like, yes, I'm nice to people. I don't like being rude. I used to be rude, but I don't like that anymore. I don't like confrontation. But when I worked, it's like every fucking place I worked at, people looked at me like I was weird when I didn't want to give them a hug, or when they stood too close to me and I backed up. And, like, this was before COVID. Even then, it didn't matter. But yeah, I would get these weird looks from people. And, sometimes they'd be like, why don't you want to hug? And I'm like, because I don't like hugging. What I really wanted to say is, like, I'm not getting paid to fucking hug you. Like, you want to give me $50? Yeah, I'll give you a little hug then. Like, I don't like them. I'm not gonna, no. And, like, why is that a weird thing to not want to do at work? When I used to go and work for other people, like, I was a very diligent worker. I was very good at what I did. But when it came to, like, the socializing, I was always ostracized. Like, I don't get it. Like, you hired me to do a good job. I do a good job. And you don't like me because I don't like to socialize with the other coworkers if it's not about work. You don't like me because I don't like accepting hugs. I never understood that. I just don't think it's appropriate anyways to, like, just be hugging people at work. I mean, but that's just me. Like, I can see situations where it would be appropriate. Like, I get it. I understand why people do it. I just don't like it. I never liked it. And these days, like, fucking ask somebody if you can hug them. Like, next thing I know, I turn around and somebody's got their arms open and I'm walking into them and I'm like, fuck, no, I didn't ask for this hug. Like, you're not even asking me if I want one. Like, this is my space. Do not touch me. Very, very specific about that. It's just, and I wish I understood more about the brain. I would like to know the ins and outs of this kind of thing, but, like, I don't think I will be able to learn that. I don't know. But yeah, like, work sucked so much. Had I known I'm autistic, like I said before in other episodes, I definitely would have fucking went and got a diagnosis just so I could have that stupid piece of paper and so I could, like, tell these employers, this is what I do and do not want when you hire me. I don't want people touching me. I don't want to go to your fucking parties. So yeah, I mean, work is supposed to be work. It's not supposed to be, like, socializing. But anyways, let's see, laundry detergent. I can only use like a couple of things because like it doesn't take much for me to like break out or get itchy or something if I use the wrong kind of soap. I don't wear perfume, but when I used to, it took me a while to figure out that like perfume on my skin resulted in like rashes. I don't know why I didn't figure that out sooner, but I can't put perfume on any part of my skin. I'm like limited to what I can use as far as like soaps and shampoos and stuff because, like I like my brands. And I don't like buying things that are just going to irritate my skin and that are, whatever. But I'm very, very specific about that stuff. Is there anything else about touching? I mean, like with my wife, she's a toucher. I feel bad. The whole love language thing. Touch is her love language. It's like the last on my list of love languages. I feel bad for saying this, but like, I just, she wants foot rubs and stuff and like back rubs and I give them to her, but like, I never like doing them. Is that normal? I mean, why would people enjoy doing that? Giving somebody else like a foot rub? I don't know. Like, I don't enjoy it because it means I have to touch her, or her feet. Fuck that. Like, sometimes I will, but like, I don't like feet. I don't want anybody touching me with their dirty ass fucking toes. They're the little hobbit feet. That's what I call my wife's feet, little hobbit feet. So like, she used to wear socks to sleep all the fucking time for years. And I loved it because like, I didn't have to worry about accidentally touching her feet. And then she figured out she overheated when she wore socks like that all the time. And now it's like the complete opposite. Now there's no socks ever. And this is so weird to say, like, I shouldn't be, like, I don't think disgusted is the right word, but like, I don't think it's normal for me not to want my wife's feet touching me, is it? Feet are gross. Like, I don't even like my own feet, but they're mine, so it's okay. But like, no, don't touch me with your fucking foot. Not her, just in general, well, her, but sometimes I don't. Anyways, so like, yeah, there's that. What else did I not mention? Touch. I think that's all that I have to say about that. I guess like the takeaway is I don't like it. And if it, I wish I never had to do it, but I know that that's not the way, I guess, relationships work. You can't like just be married to somebody and never touch them. Like, this is probably TMI. And it's, if you don't want to hear it, just click off. Everybody probably just clicked off by now because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But like sex isn't really my favorite of mine. I think this is like, it's sensory and it has a lot to do with touch too. But it's just like a whole bunch of things happening at once. And I'm just not like a horn dog. Like I can go forever. I could go forever not have sex and I'd be happy. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I have better things to do with my time, which sounds rotten. But I can't help but have those thoughts. Like, I'm the type that, as quick as possible and then let's go on to the next thing. So like, cause like I want to do other things. And with sex, like, like it takes time sometimes. People like it to be drawn out and I don't want that. I don't like it because it's just like all this weird touching all over my skin. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to gross anybody out. I just think that like, maybe there's somebody out there that is like me in this area. I just don't like sex. I just find it a waste of time. There's too much touching involved. That's all I really have to say about that because I really don't want to fucking gross people out. But it's just not fun for me, you know? It's not fun. I probably should stop talking about that. Is there anything else? Animals? I don't mind animals coming near me. They can come hop on my lap anytime they want. They can come up for pets anytime they want. Like, I don't mind them. I just don't really like people touch. Like, I don't know. But yeah, and so like when COVID started, I was already working for myself at home. Part of me really wished I had like, I don't take this the wrong way. I wish COVID never happened. But if it was going to happen, I wished it did when I was working for other people, because what a perfect, legit excuse to keep people the fuck away from you. Like, no, you cannot come into my office. I am not taking this mask off. You need to be 6 feet away from me or more. Like, all of the things I've always wanted people to do, it took a pandemic for them to do them. Ain't that weird? Like, you can't just listen to somebody and respect that they have a touch aversion. They like their own space. Like, you can't just respect that. It took a pandemic for people, you know, and like all the autistic people out there that feel the same way as I do, we're probably like, fuck yes, masks, social distancing, all the things we wanted. Working from home, I know a lot of people got to work from home. Anyways, where was I going with that? Oh, the touch thing, yeah. Well, was that about touch? Yeah, because like I used to work, every place I worked, there was at least one fucking coworker that was a hugger. Like, wanted to hug everybody when they came into work every fucking day. And no, I mean, like, they figured out pretty quickly, don't come near me. Everybody figures that out pretty quickly, I think. But yeah, like, there was always that one fucking hugger. And if I was working out there during a pandemic, I would be so happy. Not that the pandemic happened, just that I would get what I've always wanted in a work environment, which is for people to stay away from me. I feel like this is like a lot of rambling. I'm sorry that this is just kind of going all over the place, but I think like I thought about doing an episode on this too because of the dentist appointment I had. Because like they have to touch you. They have to put, you know, they have to do shit in your mouth and put the little thing on you when they're taking x-rays. And I don't like it. I don't really like any of it. Like, I was going to say I wish a robot could just, like, clean my mouth, but I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know if that's, like, even a thing. It sure would be better than actual people, in my opinion. You know, because, like, not only is, like, they're the touch, you know, and they're in close proximity, but they're trying to talk to you and, like, have a conversation when you can't talk. I never understood that. You know, like, I wish there was, like, some sort of a robot thing where, like, you could control the, like, how hard or soft they cleaned your teeth. You know, like, is this stupid? This is probably, I always, like, think of things that, like, are probably never going to get invented because it would just make my life easier. You know, like, that reminds me, I am going to say this out loud, and I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I am. Like, this is fucking gross, but, like, I always have bathroom anxiety when I'm on road trips or leaving the house for an extended amount of time, because public bathrooms are gross. I don't like touching anything in or around them because people are fucking gross. Like, I don't sit on the seats. You know, like, I'll put toilet paper if I don't feel like squatting, but, like, you know, I'm not sitting on those seats. I touch everything with, like, a piece of, like toilet paper or, you know, like a napkin, because, like, people touch everything without washing their hands. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that stuff's not really fun either, because I just feel like gross using public bathrooms. I used to live in Japan. Their public bathrooms were actually very, very clean all of the time. They're like, you never, at least for me, I never walked into a gross Japanese public bathroom ever. And then I came to the States. Yeah, no. So yeah, phone vibrating in my pocket, like, I don't even like that because it's sudden and unexpected. Like, I think that's just a theme anyways with us, isn't it? Like, we like to know every single thing that's going to happen. Every single thing has to be the way that we want it to be. And touch is a huge one. So I don't even know if this was helpful for anybody. I'm so sorry if it wasn't. And that I'm very rambly today. I feel like my mind's kind of all over the place because I have work that I want to do. I also want to kind of straighten up around the house a little bit now that everything's gotten back to order with us having cleaned out a bunch of our stuff. It's just like I got a lot going on, I think. And I don't know why I'm saying this out loud. Like, I don't know. I should just go. I'm sorry. This probably isn't a very good episode, but there's episodes I've done that aren't good. Maybe all of them are not good. I don't know. I'm just going to leave them up because I actually listened to somebody's podcast a few days ago. One of their episodes, they had mentioned, like, this is like my worst episode. Like, they like added a recording before they played it, and they were just like, here's a heads up, like, you probably shouldn't listen to this, but I'm going to go ahead and like publish it because maybe down the road when, you know, I'll want to like look back on the stuff I've done and I can see like where I came from and how I grew. And he was like, so I'm just going to leave this episode on here and you can either listen to it or not. I guess I'll just do the same thing. I really just assume that people won't listen anyways. So this probably doesn't even matter. I'm probably just talking to myself. But I talk to myself a lot. It doesn't need to be recorded for it to happen. Okay. Well, anyways, that's what I have to say about touch. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff because I always forget stuff, but I don't like it. If it was up to me, it would never, ever, 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 ever happen. I don't like it. Like I said, I do not like it. But if you're a cat, by all means, you know. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. This was just me recording into an app on my phone, hoping people find me, listen, and relate, and have a similar experience to what I had when I heard myself on somebody else's podcast for the first time. Thank you for listening. And yeah, thank you. Goodbye.